Back in 2015, did you have a beef with Rich Homie Quan?
No, I never had beef with Rich Homie.
And isn't it true that you told police that Thug had an issue with Rich Homie Quan because he brought some If gang members to his condo?
No, Threat had issues with Rich Homie Quan.
I didn't ask about Threat. I asked about what you told police regarding Thug having an issue with Rich Homie Quan bringing individuals from If gang to his apartment.
Thug was protecting Rich Homie Quan. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So, like I keep telling you, y'all don't have y'all facts together.
So I'm asking you a specific question. Did you tell police that Thug had an issue with Rich Homie Quan bringing members of If gang to his condo?
Again, when I'm talking to the investigators, I'm going to tell them anything to get them out of me. But as I sit right here, I'm telling you the God and the truth that Thug, I had an issue with Rich Homie through Threat. And about my partner, whatever he with, I'm with, they don't have nothing to do with YSL. Y'all trying to make it seem like this has some, just because they don't have nothing to do what I do and what Threat do, they don't have nothing to do with YSL.
I still don't think I heard an answer. Did you tell police that Thug had an issue with
I think
Rich
I just answered
Homie
you.
Quan? I don't think you did. Oh, if you did, I did not hear you. So
I'm sorry. I said that Thug was trying to protect Rich Homie. He was calling us saying that, man, hey man, leave Rich Homie alone. Like, he don't tell me what to do.
So that still didn't answer the question. Yes, no, I don't recall. Did Thug have an issue with Rich Homie Quan bringing members of If gang to his apartment?
Thug, did you have an issue with Rich Homie?
I'm asking you for what you told the police.
And I'm answering you. I just told you several times. I tell the police anything.
Okay. Do you recall talking about the shooting at the studio with Rich Homie Quan's car last week with Mr. Shard?
I don't know nothing about that.
And you asked him if he had proof. He asked you if it was you who did it, and you asked him if he had proof.
Right.
Why was that your response to his question?
I ain't answering it. I don't know.
Was that shooting done on behalf of YSL?
What shooting?
At the studio. The one you asked him if he had proof of.
Yeah, because that was my first time hearing something about some shootings. I don't recall. I don't know. You talking about the shooting at the studio?
All right. Now, Mr. Shard, on cross-examination, I believe he said to you that you had time between January 11, 2015 and June 10th, 2015 to make up the lies that you told on your friends. Do you remember him asking you some questions around that?
Can you ask me that again?
Sure. Last week, Mr. Shard asked you whether or not you had between January of 2015.
Okay. Can you sustain, but with regard to being able to hear you, do you have I think the mics might be working now, so pick it up and.
I'm going to.
Yes, it works. Yes.
I'm going to eject.
Sustain.
That's a mischaracterization of the testimony.
Do you recall testifying, Garson, maybe I had the question wrong, about what happened between January of 2015 and June of 2015?
Can you ask it again?
Sure. Let me just ask you this.
Yeah, that'd be nice if you would just get to what you want to ask instead of whether he recalls what he said last week or not. I mean, just skip that part.
Thank you,
Just
Your
get to
Honor.
the question you want to ask.
Thank you. On January 11th, you did not tell the detectives what you knew because you were trying to protect your friends, correct?
No, I told you I was raised to lie to the police. So if you look at my history, like police asked my name in the past, I told them somebody else's name. I just do that for no reason. I'm walking down the street, police, what's your name? I say, I give my little cousin's name. Driving without license, what's your name? I give him somebody else's name. So this is how we raised up.
And in all these interviews, you gave them your real name, correct?
Because they know who I am.
All right. And in all these interviews, you gave them your real phone number, correct?
Because you got to understand, like, when you lying, you ain't lying to get caught.
But you just said you were raised to lie to the police. So, but you
Hey.
didn't do that in these interviews.
I did it
correct?
to the ones who didn't know the information. Like for instance, with Gaten. Gaten knew my name and stuff. She knew my number. Why would I lie in?
But you didn't do that with Thorpe, correct?
Yeah, because what I had to do that for?
And you didn't do that.
I had
with,
to.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Yeah, because it didn't take a rocket science. So they talking about a murder. This is serious. This is serious. So you gotta come correct.
You didn't lie to Detective Curry about your name and who you
I don't
were.
know who that is.
The one who interviewed you after they shot at you, Deshaun and the baby, correct?
I'm a victim.
All right. And in that June interview, when multiple detectives came and talked to you, you didn't lie to them about who you were, correct?
About who I was.
Who you was.
They knew who I was.
Okay.
It get to the point the police don't even ask me my name no more. They just walk up on me. Yeah, they already know everything about me.
In January of 2015, you hoped or you thought that your friends were going to protect you out in the street, correct?
I've been protecting myself since I've been protecting myself.
By the time June came, Shannon wasn't talking to you anymore, correct?
That's a lie.
Okay. If Gang wasn't shooting at you, correct? If Gang was shooting at you, correct?
You know who was shooting at me?
People from If Gang were shooting at you, correct?
I can't say for a fact.
In June, you thought that Thug was trying to kill you, correct? In June of 2015.
I was gonna use that for a platform to start problems with. So I use people to, you know what I mean? I don't. To be honest with you, yeah, I let people get in my head.
And by June of 2015, you thought that you were out here all by yourself, correct?
I still feel like I'm out here by myself. It don't. I'm just trying to just keep myself free.
And that is why you told the police what you knew or what Little D told you about Nuts murder, correct?
Like D never told me anything. And again, if you ask me now, we can speak now. But if you want to keep going in the past, I'm gonna keep telling you the same thing. Like I didn't tell the police anything.
Now, you've known that you've had to testify in this trial since, or that you were going to be asked to testify since about November 2022, correct?
The way y'all played it, man, y'all kind of kept me in a blind. But I in my heart, I felt like y'all probably was gonna call me, but people would tell me that, or well, not people, but I was hearing that y'all won't call me because y'all knew I was lying. So until that day you can't see me in Pittsburgh, that's when I like, oh damn, when that day you can't see me in Pittsburgh, I was like, dang, they for real.
And ever since you either heard about it in 2022 or I actually came to see you, you have not wanted to testify in this case, correct?
Said that, yeah, because I lied. I knew I lied. You can't put me up here to lie. Why you think I'm so scared because I don't know. I can't remember my lies. So it's just like you don't know which one to lie and which one to truth. So you can just easily be like, well, you lying, we lock you up. I ain't trying to go back to jail.
And for the last 2 years, you've been trying to figure out how you want to get around having to face your YSL counterparts about what you told the police back in 2015, correct?
If anybody know me, they better be serious with me.
And you made up in your mind that you were going to tell this jury whatever it is that you were going to finesse, that you were finessing the police back in 2015, correct?
I had no intentions in sitting in front of this jury. Y'all forced me to sit up here. Y'all gave me immunity. I told y'all I lied and I'm going to plead the fifth.
And because we forced you, you had to figure out how to finesse your way through testifying in front of this jury, correct?
I'm not finessing my way. I'm telling my truth. Like, and this just that.
Now, in 2015, you consistently said you told the police whatever you could to get yourself out of jail, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And your finessing was about you getting out of jail, correct?
And me only.
It was never about protecting Thug back in 2015, correct?
And it still ain't about, right now, it's like, and you might try to say I'm protecting him now. It's just my conscience. You know what I mean? My conscience knows this man ain't did anything. And I'm not trying to have it on my conscience.
Okay. But in 2015, when you talked to the police in any of those 2015 interviews, you always omitted your roles in crimes because that would make sure that you did not go to jail, correct?
I don't understand
Sure.
you.
In 2015, when you talked to the police about crimes that you were involved in, you left yourself out of it, correct?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Because that would make sure that you didn't go to jail, correct?
What you mean?
When you talked to the police, you didn't tell them about your role in Rich Homie Quan's dad's barbershop shooting, correct?
Did they ask me about that?
You told them that Rich Homie Quan wanted to pay money for Threat to shoot up the barbershop, or wanted to pay people to harm Threat because he shot up the.
Yeah, because I'm trying to make the police believe that I can help them. So a lot of stuff I told them back then is just like, okay, I'm the key. I'm the one with all the information. You know what I mean? So that was my motive back then.
Okay.
So I was speaking on a lot of stuff that, you know what I mean, like anything to make the police feel like, oh, I know all the business. I can tell them everything they want to know.
So again, you didn't tell them about your part in shooting up Rich Homie Quan's barbershop, right?
Did I tell them about my part?
Correct. You did not tell the police that you and Threat shot up the barbershop, did you?
So what, you gonna charge me now?
I didn't say that. I'm just asking you a question. Did you tell the police back in 2015 that you and Threat shot up the barbershop?
No.
Right. Because telling them would not let you get out of jail, right? If you told them that, you would get in trouble for that, correct?
Well, anybody get hurt? So I didn't think no. My whole thing is lie to the police. So I'm not going to tell them the truth about nothing that took place for real.
Okay.
Especially what got something to do with me.
All right. Also, you didn't tell them about your parts in the stolen items that were found in your house in June of 2015, correct?
They told me about some stolen stuff that they found.
But you didn't tell them about your part in those stolen items being found in the home, correct?
And Dunbar?
Yes.
What you mean?
You told them it was Little Mike and Quez, correct?
I don't get what you asking me though. I told the police that I gave them their names. Yeah. That's what you asked?
So you did not tell the police about any crimes that you were involved in, correct?
I wasn't committing crimes on the behalf of nobody but myself. Anything I do is beneficial to myself. If that's what you're asking, I don't get what you're asking me.
Right. Anything is beneficial to yourself. So
I don't take shots for nobody. Can't nobody tell me what to do. Nobody knows able to tell me what to do. I'm going to do what I want to do regardless.
So when you were meeting with police, you did things that were beneficial for you, correct?
What they mean?
You just said I did things that was beneficial for me. That's what you just said, right?
I'm saying, like my anything. I'm a selfish person. If that's what you ask me.
So when you were in those interviews, it was all about self-preservation for you, correct? You want to do anything so that you did not go to jail, right?
That's what I said.
Okay. So even if that meant telling on your friends, that's what you were going to do so that you did not go to jail, correct?
No. Telling on my friend would be like, okay, Bobby robbed this store, and Bobby did rob the store, and it's proof that Bobby robbed the store, and I was with Bobby when he robbed the store. But making up things saying, okay, Bobby shot Tony. Bobby was over there somewhere else where he could prove that he ain't had nothing to do with it. It wouldn't make sense. They're just getting the police off me. That's what I was doing.
So the finesse was, I'm going to tell the police what I know about the murder because that's going to keep me out of jail. But I'm not going to tell them what I've done because that's also going to keep me out of jail, correct?
No, my whole thing was, I don't got nothing to do with nothing, and nothing don't got nothing to do with me. So when I'm talking to the police, they're so convinced that I did this crime, and they're not going for the stuff I done told them in the past. So I'm just keep trying to talk my way out of it, and I'm making stuff. I'm stupid at the time.
And the finessing that you did to police back in 2015, is always and only was going to be about you and what you needed, correct?
I don't get what you're asking me.
You told Mr. Weinstein last week that you were a BSer. Do you remember telling him that last week?
You told me that yourself one day we was in the back talking.
Do you remember telling Mr. Weinstein that last week?
Yes.
And right now, you're still trying to finesse this jury because it's still always about you, correct?
I'm not trying to finish this jury. I'm trying to be God under you, trying to get up out of here so I can move on with my life. And that's it.
You're still YSL, correct?
What you mean? Am I still YSL?
And you're still YSL for life, correct?
I don't get what you're saying. Like,
You're still YSL for life. That's what you said in the off the porch video, correct?
but you trying to make it seem like it's a game though. That my only purpose is it's not a game. So you saying what you saying? If you drop the game, like you confusing like a more.
All I'm asking you is, are you still YSL for life?
Am I still YSL for life?
Yes.
I don't know how to answer that. Like I don't know.
And what you're doing and what you've been doing for the last couple of months that you've been on the stand is you're still trying to stay loyal to YSL, correct?
If that was the case, I wouldn't even be up here lying on them. If I'm trying to be loyal to them, I wouldn't be trying to lie and put the blame off on them.
And you feel guilty now because you told the police what Shannon, Yak, Thug's involvement was in the murder of Donovan Thomas back in 2015, correct?
No, ma'am. I feel guilty because I have put my hand in some stuff that I should never even done. It's a difference, like I keep telling you. If I knew that these boys did this and that I saw them do that and I can say for facts they did this.
Day 121, YSL trial wrapped up, and it's looking like it's the the end of the infamous Lil Woody, YSL Woody, man, who's been actually, it sounds crazy, but he's been the breakout star of this whole thing. I know it sounds crazy because it's not a movie, it's not a sitcom, it's not a reality show. It's just reality. And he did, the greatest performance of what he normally does, which is spin the trial, spin the prosecution, spin the jury. He's spinning them. Now, I know y'all seen that that performance, and he went the furthest he ever went. He actually addressed Young Thug. And like I said, I said this the other day, I'm not a body language specialist or no psychiatrist, but I want to address that right there. I feel like for one, he did that in the name of playing with the whole, I guess his playing with the trial, you know what I mean? Trying to discredit himself. But for him to even feel comfortable to talk to Young Thug, it's kind of like this is my, my guess. It's kind of like a weird extension of the olive branch, if I'm saying it right. Because how you even feel comfortable even talk to Thug after all Thug done seen and all you done said in the interrogation room, and you know what I mean? As far as not even just the shit right now, but the things that he has done in the past, like the past, the interrogation videos and all the little phone calls and all the evidence that they was trying to use. But ultimately, I feel like if the jury is a righteous jury and really following the codes of being a jurist, or no, not jurist, that's the wrong word, juror, they can't use his none of that. They can't use anything because he didn't contradict himself. Not only is he saying, I was lying back then, but if you watch, pay attention, and listen close to everything that's being said, he's literally actively contradicting himself on the stand about different other little instances, different other little things. So the jury they can't use nothing he said. If they're gonna be a legit jury and not like a biased jury, bias meaning for Thug or against Thug, then if they ain't being biased, they can't use nothing Woody said. It's looking like this is like now it's looking like this is the last day of Woody on stand, and they didn't excuse him with prejudice, but you know, you can tell what more they're gonna get from him. You know what I'm saying? He did ultimately what he felt he had to do to save his face and to save his situation, to save basically that. You know what I'm saying? Without saying too much. And it was a wild ride, I can't lie. I've never seen nothing like this, especially on like live screaming, and like we never seen nothing like this when it comes to like people testifying and things of that nature, especially in something like a RICO, especially in something like a hip hop RICO, like, you know what I mean? But I just say, Woody, man, just get the fuck out of it. Well, they can't excuse him yet. Well, I guess, I don't know, if you can get out of Georgia, you should get out of Georgia. Because even with him doing the whole talking to Young Thug thing, you making everybody laugh in there. And I seen Gotti look like he regrowing his dreads. Gotti must have got some info that he going home. Y'all see that, right? Gotti got them little twist things regrowing. Little wicks, I should say. But even with all that, you still ain't safe, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got a bag now. The smartest thing to do is just put yourself in your own witness protection. You know what I'm saying? It's quote unquote, so to say. And that don't mean go to California. That don't mean go nowhere where you can be reached out and touched. You need to do like a Kanye and go to Wyoming, go to Utah like Youngboy or something like that. But yeah, they're not gonna be able to use anything that he said, period. Not just today, but any day. He contradicted himself so many times, got caught in lies so many times. You know, who knows what's to believe? They're supposed to be bringing up Mook Toon next. And they said his is only gonna be like 3-4 hours, and that's not a long time. I think it's safe to probably say, I ain't gonna say it's safe to say, but if you paying attention and been paying attention, if that's the state star witness, the state blew it. They blew it, and Woody helped them. You feel me? But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all seriously think that by him, Woody, when I say him, being a star witness, that the state has a chance of even winning? They would have to pull some other random trick card out the bag, and I don't think they got it. Because if they did, they would have been excused Woody and brought in the other little situation. But y'all let me know what you think, man. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. I'm gone. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm smoking gas, feel like I cute. Feel like I cute. Bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like I cute. I feel like I cute. Bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like I cute. Yeah. I feel like I cute. Bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like I cute. Yeah. I feel like I cute. I'm sipping that red solo like I cute. Yeah. I got all these bitches on